In today's video, we'll be going over the fleeting tale of the thumb-snacking teleporter himself, Zombie Nightcrawler. No, not even our lovable blue vanishing X-Man was fast enough to evade the deadly virus that turned him and nearly every superpowered being of his dimension into organ-eating monsters. His story is quite short, but without further ado, grab a slushie, sit back, relax, and enjoy the full gory story of Zombie Nightcrawler. Who is he? Zombie Nightcrawler, like most of the beings of his world, was infected with an alien illness that transformed them into crazed flesh-eating zombies. He made his first appearance in the pages of Ultimate Fantastic Four number 23 back in 2005. He comes from Earth 2149, but his mutant origins prior to the outbreak were very similar to that of his main universe counterpart from Earth 616. Kurt's world would come to a crashing end one dreaded day though, when a zombie version of the Sentry came to Earth and infected the Avengers with the alien plague. Almost immediately, the heroes transformed into blood-hungry beasts and started devouring every human in their path. Confused and devastated as to what was going on, Nightcrawler joined his non-infected X-Men in the city streets as they took the fight to the growing undead army. Kurt and the others were then eventually brought aboard the S.H.I.E.L.D. helicarrier by Nick Fury, where they discussed strategy on how to fix things. The likes of Reed Richards and Tony Stark were tasked with finding scientific solutions to the virus, while Nightcrawler and the rest were sent to the city to rescue survivors and hold off the super zombies. However, the growing power of the virus turned to be too great, as heroes like Wolverine were overwhelmed and infected, causing Nightcrawler and a group of other heroes to retreat back to the helicarrier. They would only be retreating from one hellish location to another though, as Reed Richards had went crazy after losing his children to the virus and purposefully infected himself and his other Fantastic Four members. The now zombified Frightful Four then set their hungry eyes on the dimensional portal Tony Stark had completed so they could get access to an entire multiverse's worth of flesh. Before they could strike, Nick Fury was able to push the machine into the back of the helicarrier and sealed off the doors, where he was met with Nightcrawler and the others who had retreated from the battle before. Man, poor Nightcrawler. Dude looks like he was happy to just take a break from all the fighting and just wanted to grab a snack, only to see that there was even more fighting to be done up here. Just want to give the little guy a hug. As the four pounded at the door, Fury realized that this was the end of the line for their world. He then instructed Thor to destroy the portal to lock off the multiverse from these zombie maniacs. Upon doing so, Zombie Reed and the others made their way through, where they killed Fury and infected Nightcrawler and the rest. Later on, the now zombified Kurt and the other hungry heroes then discovered that Dr. Doom, who was not infected, had been harboring survivors in his castle, where he and his scientists were working on a portal of their own that would lead them to safety in another dimension. All ready to help themselves to the survivor sandwiches, Nightcrawler and the rest led an assault on the castle. Kurt and his fellow X-Men were actually some of the first to break through the structure walls, where they ganged up on Doom and infected him with the virus. Upon witnessing Doom getting jumped, we then see Ash Williams, who too was in this dimension at this time. He then snuck into Doom's library and worked with the evil book called the Necronomicon to summon a Deadite army that went to war with Nightcrawler and the other zombie heroes. The Deadites were sadly no match for the Super Fiends, but it gave a rapidly declining Dr. Doom time to lead the others through the portal before his infection could take hold. He then blew the machine up, locking the zombies out of the multiverse kitchen. The Horde would eventually eat their way up the ranks, where they would come across the Silver Surfer, who arrived to the planet to announce the arrival of Galactus. Starstruck at how delicious this handsome spaceman looked, the gang attacked and ate the poor Cosmic Herald. The zombies who got to eat the dude quickly realized they got his powers, and then used them to solve the world hunger issue by cooking and eating poor Nightcrawler and the rest of the zombies present. Cutting across worlds to Earth 19121 in the pages of Marvel Zombies Resurrection, we would also come across a Nightcrawler of this Earth who too was infected with the respawn zombie virus. The mangled mutant would attack a non-infected Spider-Man and group of survivors and would come close to infecting them, only to get blown to pieces by a reprogrammed Sentinel called Nana. Nana for the win! She always got your back! And that is the full gory story of Zombie Nightcrawler. He did not contribute much to the overall tale, but it is still cool and terrifying knowing that a zombified evil version of this hero could show up and snack on you anywhere and anytime. While we have yet to see Nightcrawler in the MCU, his character could certainly prove useful in saving others during a zombie apocalypse, so it would be awesome to see him in a potential season of the Marvel Zombies show. More than anything though, I want to hear what you think. Did you know this about Zombie Nightcrawler? Was there something I missed? What other stories or characters should we cover? Sound off in the comments. Also be sure to give this video a like if you enjoyed today's content, subscribe to the channel, and tap the bell icon to be notified of all of our latest videos. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the music in this video, it was all made by my boy Ognihs. You can check out his Spotify in the link below. You can also check out our Patreon, also in the link below. Thank you so much for watching. Remember, you are awesome and loved. God bless, and I will see you in the next one.